Dudes of Domino, listen, we have a show for y'all tonight. Hey, I got in the young fellas. I brought in some young horses. And what I brought them in for is a topic that actually is near and dear to my heart. So we're going to get into it. We're talking about cognitive dissonance and how today's music and how today's entertainment, period, is shaping the minds of our young people and thus shaping their behavior. I'm a little old, so I may not understand. I got some young horses that's gonna show us what it's all about. Y'all get ready. Dudes and Dominoes, let's go. I'm Andre Lazar. Welcome to Dudes and Dominoes. Y'all know what it is. Let's go! Welcome to Dudes and Dominoes. Let's get it cracking, y'all. What's up? Hey, we straight up in the praise cave, man. Y'all know what it is. Dudes and Dominoes are coming to you in a whole different manner. I got the young horses in the building. Young horses, make some noise. Hey, look, man, they in the building, man. Hey, look, why won't we do this? We just gonna go around and we'll just say, man, tell them your name, say what you got. Matter of fact, we'll start with the young fella. Go ahead, Drake.
My name is Andre. You call me Dre. I'm 23 years old, and I just came to talk about what we got to talk about.
Hey, tell them what you do for a living, because this cat is doing some amazing things. Let's go to work.
I am a black electrical engineer, just working hard, trying to just work my way up to the top or something. That's all.
That's right. Let's go. Give it up for Drake. Oh, man, there's 3 Dre's in this month. All right, let's go. Matter of fact, you up, my brother. Go ahead. Talk to me.
All right, so my name is Dan Terrell. I'm an engineer, 27 years old, and I'm also a tour manager.
Hey, Dan Trail, what kind of engineer are you, bro?
A track engineer for CSX.
Okay, track engineers. Give it up for my man. We got some smart people up in here. Here's my man. This is like my son, man. He just 6'10". Hey, but that's my man. He's the myth. He's the legend. Tomas, talk to him.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Tomas. I go by Mas. 27. Yeah, I'm 27. Turn 28 next month. I'm a black consultant. I do change management in advisory.
There you go. Give it up for Tomas. All right, this is like my little son here, man. I like this kid. Hey, Harold, go speak to your peoples, man.
What's good? My name is Harold. I'm 21 years old. And I work for Apple. For sure.
All right, let's go. Give it up, Harold. Now, this kid here, man, he might even act like my son. Go ahead, talk to him, Josiah.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Big Dre. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be here, support my pops. I do a little bit of writing, released a movie. I work at Apple with him, you know. Just a creative, if you will.
Hey, man, come on, give it up for Dre. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, right, gentlemen, is something I want to show a video real quick. And when I show this video, after we show this video, then we're going to have a discussion. But what we're going to talk about is something that me and my guys, we talk about all the time, how the music of this culture is really shaping the way how most of y'all act. Now, we got some young professionals here, so it may not necessarily hit y'all at home, but I'm sure y'all can at least tell me about it because I need to know. So with that being said, real quick, let's go ahead and watch this video real quick.
Much to not be honest with you. Rick Ross, you could do better, brother. Meek Mill, you could do better, brother. I love you too much not to be honest with you. Are you the face of prison reform? Because are you the face of prison reform? Or are you sitting here on your new song with Ross talking about getting somebody murked and shot at the red light? Which one is it, bro? Which one is it, bro? Because I did a shoe giveaway in my city and gave out 1,300 pairs of your shoes because they said reform underneath them. And I love that you partnered with a major shoe company and you out here pushing prison reform. But now I got to sit here like, man, this man glorifying getting people killed as of a week ago. Like, what are you doing, bro? Lil Snoop really got killed. That broke your heart. You wear him around your neck. Why are you glorifying the same thing? When my best friend got killed, when Carl got killed, New Orleans know who I'm talking about. When Carl got killed, and I had to go to his funeral and read the eulogy and be part of the funeral, and I got back in my car, Sway, after the funeral, and I turned on my music, and I realized I'm listening to music that's glorifying the same stuff that just happened to my best friend. It gave me chills, and I needed that moment. That was my come to Jesus moment of like, D, you got to do something different, brother, because you have a taste for this poison, but you're attracted to the poison. And rap is great. The rap game, hip hop industry is great at cooking up some delicious poison. I don't call you out because
Hey, I'm gonna leave it right there because, and the reason why I want to go there because that's deep to me, right?
Yeah.
So first things first, I'm gonna start off with you, Tomas. What is it that you see, or what is it you think about when you hear this man say that hip hop music, the industry, and not just hip hop, I'm gonna say entertainment, but he was talking about the industry, how it has a way of cooking up poison for our young people to listen to. What do you think about that? Talk to me.
I mean, I think it's valid, but I think that poison really only affects a certain demographic or a certain group of people. So it's like you said earlier, a couple of young professionals here. Right now, we're just listening to the music. We're not necessarily aligning with the actions or necessarily agreeing with it, but it's something that we like to listen to because it's an imagery thing. You know, we can see exactly what they're talking about. We might even in a fairy tale land envision ourselves in some type of lifestyle like that. But at the end, us being older professionals, you know, I don't really think we would align ourselves or even want to even do something like that.
Now you said something though. All right, you said something, and I want to ask, and I want y'all to chime in. He said what Tomas just said was it touches a certain demographic of people. Now, who is that demographic he's talking about? Everybody knows he's basically talking about young kids, young African Americans for the most part, right? And so when we talk about this, y'all think that that's something that's cool? Where we at with it? Talk to me.
It's not cool, but it's just the way hip hop works. You got people who come from a different background from the hood and they end up becoming a rapper, but they growing up rapping about the stuff they already doing. So kids see a rapper doing bad things and he getting millions off of it. So why not? Why shouldn't I do it? A person that did it, he got millions off of it. He got the girls, he got the money, the cars. Why can't I do it? So that's where it comes from. It stimulates from somebody who actually comes for it and then goes to the top, and now everybody at the bottom trying to do the same thing that the person at the top is doing or used to do.
I got you. So Dre, you talk to me. What you think about it?
I would like to agree. I think that a lot of artists, and I can speak from it from writing what I write, a lot of things that we write are things that we know. It's hard for me to sell something and you to believe it without me truly being in it or truly knowing it. So yes, I agree that what we're listening to and what is being promoted isn't necessarily healthy, but it is a true expression of what a lot of them are living. Now, I think it's like a double-edged sword. We're trying to blame what's happening, and then we're trying to fix what's happening while expressing what's happening. So I think we need to find a way to not only express ourselves, but express answers too. So it's one thing crying for help or saying, I'm doing this, but how did you fix it? How did you get to where you are? How did you leave that situation? Just as much as you putting a light on the problem, put a light on the answer and see if that helps.
All right, with that being said, watch this. This is what I want to say though, right? Real quick. So let's talk about what you're saying, because I'm hearing some stuff from y'all, and this is why you gotta have an OG around. You gotta have it. But first, let's do this. Let's define what it does. So when we talk about cognitive dissonance, right, or dissonance, it's a mental discomfort that results from, watch this, holding on to two conflicting beliefs, values, and attitudes. See, what I'm hearing is that there's a confliction between what you guys write or hearing and what you guys are believing, right? But then where does that line get drawn? Because why do you think that? So let me just give y'all a history lesson and y'all tell me what you think. It was a time where rap music was actually where you actually can learn some stuff. when you had those poor righteous teachers, when you had the public enemies. These people y'all might not have heard of, right? But watch this. They used to be conscious of what they were saying. Why? Because when you hear something, if you glorify that got you out. Now, I've never known a gangster, and I grew up with a few, that was a gangster, shot people, got and didn't want to get out the hood. The whole key is to get out, right? Mm-hmm. So then, do you think it's counterproductive when we have two conflicting ideas, beliefs, and norms being portrayed to our young people? You all made it out. Tell me this. First of all, first question is, it's two conflicting ideas. How do you think we should handle that? And then I want you to think about this and answer this. Why do you think everything that you're hearing now, you don't hear nothing about love? Everything is all about either lust, sex, money, cars, or drugs. Mm-hmm. Why do y'all think that is? And why do you think it's just those are the only talented people out here? Mind you, I got a room full of young professionals, but I guarantee you, if you start rapping about engineering, how many people gonna pay attention? Talk to me, somebody. Harold, where you at? See, Harold one of them cats, man. He got so in the game, he forgot about what we was talking about. So we ain't gonna all right, come on, let's go. Talk to me, bro.
As you were speaking, the scripture that explains that the love of money is the root of all evil. Mm-hmm. I actually downloaded it to my spirit, and I feel like, honestly, it's hard to get rappers to, very, very often I hear certain rappers say, look, this is just entertainment. Mm-hmm. This is not for you to actually go run and pick up a gun, or mm-hmm. you go to a strip club and throw hundreds of thousands of dollars. Mm-hmm. However, because it's what sells, and it sucks that it's like that, and that's the core of it. And they don't know that when they put these things into the atmosphere, it actually causes these shorties to actually maneuver in that direction because they can't see the difference. They can't see the line drawn in between entertainment and reality because some of them are still living in those systems.
Well, I agree totally. But I would ask you this question, right? Because you brought up a scripture, the love of money is the root of all evil. Absolutely. Now, me being on their side, right? So I'm in the hood. My only way out, I can't hoop because I'm 5'6". I can't play, sports. I can't get out. Mm-hmm. I don't have the environment that is raising me to study like you guys were. But I got this gift. This gift I can rap, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. And I only can rap about, as Dre said, I rap about what I know. Mm-hmm. Where's my responsibility when I got a family that only got a can of a bottle of milk in the refrigerator and some old Cheerios in the cupboard? So I need this money. So what do you say to that guy that's trying to get out? See, because it's a two-edged, we're talking about cognitive dissonance. Mm-hmm. We're talking two conflicting attributes mm-hmm. of personal beliefs and norms, right? So if that's the case, as a young person, I'll switch it like this. How do we maneuver that as a person that's in need? And I'm trying to get out. How do you talk to him?
I'll say this. I think there's a lot of different avenues when it comes to music. But then there's also like a difference of speaking on like the places we come from and then glorifying it. I think that's the difference that we have to point out. Because I think a lot of people, like Dre said, come from like very hard beginnings. And we can definitely talk about it and talk about how we go through the process of making it out. But I think what most people are doing right now is glorifying that place. So you got a lot of music now is also tailored towards young people. So like kids. So they hear they idols. I want to highlight that word, their idols, glorifying these type of lifestyles, and then they like follow after that. So I think it's like, because once you get those kids to, then they become the new rappers, they become the new idols to the young people. It's just a repetitive cycle. Yeah.
Come on, man, give it up for Harold though. That's some good stuff right there. That's good stuff right there.
I want to add to that though. So
go ahead.
It's mostly the African Americans making it, but the other demographics was pushing it. They're the ones that's going.
Come on, man.
So we are rapping about like what we go through, but the other demographic is trying to get money off of it, so they push it. they're glorifying to the youth. And then when that demographic picks it up, which is the majority of the country, it shifts to the other side of the country. So you have the black people who feel it and the other demographic who glorify it come together at once.
So now you just hit on some real good.
And then since they're the majority, the glorifying overwhelms the feel.
Right.
So when you glorify more than you feel it, you think that it's glorified, but really because it's glorified because it's over anyway.
Right.
So I think it's good push by people trying to get the money, which is the other thing.
Give it up for Dre, man. That's good stuff. Now, it's two things y'all said, and I didn't have, and we got to unpack something because you said something good because that's where I really want to go. However, when you talk about something Harold said something that was good. He said that it's a difference between glorifying it and speaking on it. Mm-hmm. So education is one thing, but glorifying is another. And Dre even started off saying that we don't have solutions to the things that we're saying because we magnify, right? But then I asked the question, what makes you think that, why is it that that's the genre or that's the like drill music, like that is like really that's hot right now? What is that? Why do you think that is? And I think that goes back to something Dre said. Go ahead, Dre.
So I think the reason that's so huge and so big is going back to what you said. It's marketing. So if all we see is throwing money at the club, shooting, bang bang, or whatever it may be, if that's all we see, so your eyes, your ears is your gateways. And if what's getting pushed into my gateways is that's what's gonna come from me. So what is being fed into me will pour out of me. What's being fed into our youth is this is how you get rich. This is how you get out the hood. This is how you no longer starve. Do this, do X, Y, Z, rap, do the thing, do the hardest thing, do the hardest odds. It's very hard for you to become famous and get rich off eating. But they want all of us to try to do that. Right? So they want all of us, and that's how we stay popular. Everybody go try to be a rapper. Everybody go try to hoop. There's 300 jobs to go hoop. There's 1 billion black people. You get what I'm saying? Why we not pushing for black people to go get an engineering job? How many engineering jobs are there? How many doctor jobs are there? There's way more odds to do that than it is to do this. But we're pushing, go do that. So it's more of us trying to do an odd that is very hard. And that's why we stand in poverty, or we stand in poverty. And then we see how to get out of poverty is what we see. Go rap. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a continuous cycle of being forced or being, all we see is to do this. So all of us try to do it, and the odds is not in our favor to actually succeed.
Okay, let me give it up for Dre. That's good stuff. All right, but Tomas, I want to ask you. So what was it that pushed you? What pushed you away from those environments? Or did you have an opportunity to sink into those environments in listening to the music? Because you sound like, I don't know, I get the impression that you like a lot of the music.
Yeah, I love drill music.
How did I know that? Right?
must be the block. It's it's all about environment. I was gonna make a point towards that, agreeing with Dre. I feel like though our demographic is the one that glorifies it and mimics it, we're not necessarily the mass consumers of it either. We're not pushing it, and we're consuming it. We're also not the majority consuming it. When you go to these concerts, these drill concerts, these hip hop concerts, all you see is white folks. We can't afford them concert tickets. So it's like, when you're thinking about the responsibility of the older folks like us, what is it that we're not doing compared to the white counterparts to where they're not mimicking this type of behavior? Because it's not just because they're white and we're black. I know a couple of white people that like to act like they're drillers, whatever, but the majority of them don't do that. It's because of possibly mentoring, coaching, raising of their parents. Like, you can listen to this, but just know this ain't real life. I don't really ever hear that coming from our community. Like, we listen to the music, there's no discourse behind it. There's no, we're pushing, oh, did you watch this interview of your favorite rapper saying, right, all this stuff I'm saying is really fake. I'm just saying this to make money. No, you're just hearing the music. Whereas white counterparts, that might be a whole discourse with little Tommy talking about, yeah, you're making $1 million and reinvesting it into X, Y, and Z, when he's actually talking about something that happened 10 years ago and he hasn't done since then.
So give it up for Tomas, man. That's just. But let me ask you this, and I'm just curious because I'm thinking about what you're saying. And I'm thinking about what this guy D1 saying. He's saying that there's a responsibility that should go along with it. Now, should we hold the rapper responsible for his music, or should we, as a community, as a collective, how do we attack this? Because I'm gonna believe in this. You are what you hear, right? Meaning, if you've been told, matter of fact, I do it like this. You've been told that you could be something great, right? Then you're not, somebody didn't just tell you, but somebody put you on a path to show you that you are able to become an engineer, right? So that path on becoming an engineer was honed by other people that gave you what? An idea that this is something I can actually do. In fact, let's talk about that between the two engineers I got. Matter of fact, Tomas is a business professional. Dre's a right. All y'all young professionals. So how do you, because at the end of the day, when I'm listening to him and he said we have a responsibility, do you all feel y'all have, as young professionals, a responsibility? And if not, or if so, what is it?
Yeah, we do. I mean, we the consumer. So every person that's selling a product is going, they look at the numbers. They're going to go towards and push whatever we're consuming the most.
Mm-hmm.
If us as the professionals aren't consuming the more positively digestible content they pushing, like Rick Ross probably don't want to talk about killing people after he just pushed a reform shoe or whatever. But if he know that's all that's selling, you can't really blame him like that, because like his network gonna go down. So it's like if I'm Rick Ross and I just put out an interview talking about positivity, but it only got 20K views versus my music video got 1 million, I tried my best. And y'all not getting with it. So it's like he put it in our hands, and we as the consumer got the responsibility to be like, we got you from here. We gonna make sure this video gets shared. We gonna make sure this video gets watched, and we gonna make sure we talk about it. But until we do that, we can't. I mean, you can hold the artist accountable, but it's only so much you have to understand. It's not too many people that's gonna sit there and be like, $1 million make a song about fake killing somebody and then not do it. I'll be tempted myself.
Right. So my point is, though, I don't want to say nobody's name because these boys be ready to kill me. Hey man, I quit gang banging years ago. But my point is, I don't want to say nobody's name. But I will say this. So when you start talking about, when I'm talking responsibility, I'm talking about you as the consumer, you as the young professional. What responsibilities do you all have into the community or to the culture from a standpoint of, like you just said, Tomas, you love drill music. So what is your responsibility? Not saying something, because I'm a believer in this, because I've been a hustler. I've been I was there. So I understand it, right? I know it's just the grace of God that I got out. I understand that whole you did. But my point is, that somebody has to take responsibility sooner or later, right? And if and I know as an artist, you a creator. As Dre said, you'll have these creative space. So I'm not even going, because I can't control what he does with his responsibilities. But now I got young black professionals in the room who love drill music. What is our responsibility? Let's go to work.
It all goes to the consumer, basically.
See, there y'all go again talking about
the consumer. I am the consumer. I'm listening to music.
All right, let's go.
I'm trying to say, like, it's just all about the person you are. Who, if you could distinguish between the real and the fake and or whatnot. But again, you have a product selling. Why not keep selling the same product if you're getting the same value back?
I understand.
So, I know what I'm saying.
We're not talking about the rap. We're not talking about no rappers. Let them do their thing. I'm saying, as young black professionals we're looking at, when you're hearing and you have a mass of people hearing conflictive messages. One is detrimental to their lives. People are losing their lives in the street. Not saying it's the music's fault. They've been talking about rap music since I was back in the day. NWA came out, they was stepping on their CDs. So it's not, I'm not talking about that. They're informing the world about what is really going on. I'll give them that, right? But then, as a young professional, see, I'm talking about us, because we always got to look first. The first place we can control is our environment, right? So do we as individuals have a responsibility to others to share that or to talk about that these messages are not good for our culture? Drake, go ahead.
Yeah, I got you. So this is what I want to say. As you just said, we young professionals, but we didn't grow up not listening to that music. We grew up listening to the music.
Mm-hmm.
I think our responsibility. I don't think it's necessarily take money out their pockets or stop listening to whatever, because that's just us. That's our culture. That's what we like.
Right.
But how did we do it? What was our fundamentals? What was our foundation? How were we raised that we can listen to that and decipher that? Even though I can listen to enjoy and I can appreciate your artistry, what you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
But I know there's a different way to get there, and I know because I can see what it is. Because you saying you did this, you did that, this person died, you got locked up, whatever it may be. I see that it's not too positive. I can see that. I can understand it. So I know that it's cool, and I'm glad you got out of it. You rich now, cool, whatever. But I know that's not my way of doing it. How do we do that? How do we decipher that? I think our responsibility is to put that logic on people to help the next man. I'll say this too, and I don't really want to go to the whole race thing or stuff like that, but there's just something about us as African Americans that everybody wants to imitate or portray.
Okay.
And if the mass consumer isn't just us, because we can't afford everything, we can't go to all the concerts, we can't do that,
mm-hmm.
and they want to be us, more of us should be professionals. More of us should be.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. So, but I don't know if that ties hand in hand with the music. I think there's other avenues we have to dive into. I don't think it's just music, because it obviously didn't do that to us.
So what was it? So let's go to that then. Go ahead, talk to me.
I do feel like, I agree with what you're saying. I also feel like a portion of that responsibility does fall on us.
Okay.
Even considering the fact that we have reached certain plateaus of positions and we haven't pushed an alternative narrative.
Come on. Hold on. Stop. I wish I had a book. Alternative narrative. See, that's all I'm talking about. Go ahead. Keep it moving.
As all of us, I'm sure everybody down here, we have gifts, talents, and things like that. We have a light on our lives. And when we don't shine that light, we tend to take the back seat, and whoever's in position gonna shine theirs.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, it's just like those individuals that the music the industry, not even just the music industry, the movies. We watch Batman, we jumping off couches now, trying to be Batman. So in addition to us, right? In addition to us trying to stop the project otherwise, and also in addition to that, parents too. I feel like parents. They're talking about the upbringing. Train a child in the way that should go.
Come on.
I feel like with parenting, we ain't been training, man. The training. I saw a quote from Usain Bolt. He said, "I trained like 10 years to run 8 seconds.
Yeah, right.
To run 8 seconds. How much training you had to put in? I feel like it does go into issue. That should be sprout over every single soul, every single child as they grow. Are we gonna conform to whatever we see the most? They say you steer where you stare.
Come on, man, give it up, man. That's heat. That boy bringing heat. Tomas, you know I gotta come back to the love of drill music. It's my young man. I love this dude. All right, so gotta ask you a question though. You he brought up something. You got a young son. How do you plan on rearing your son when it relates to culture?
I mean, I don't want to. So he's going to be exposed to it anyway. So I feel like whatever I feel like he's going to be exposed to in the outside world, I want to expose him to it first and help him understand that. So I know it's going to be the drill music. It's going to probably even get worse by the time he gets old enough to listen to music like that. So it's like, what can I do to form his thought processes around hip hop music in general? And that can be introducing him to actual lyricists like the Nas, Biggie's, Pacs of the world, and showing him how hip hop transformed, evolved over time and what it is now. and why at the end of the day it's all storytelling. These people got rich and they no longer live those lives. They use this as a tool to get out of a dark place, a place that you're not gonna ever be in because you're well taken care of. So that's not something you need to do. You need to put your mind and focus somewhere else. I'm gonna be very big on these rappers are still playing characters of their past or people that they've seen. They're emulating them. They're no longer those people. And the pain and hurt that most of them went through to get there is not worth, the juice ain't worth the squeeze type of deal. Like, you can make a couple million somewhere else, and it'll be much more rewarding than just being an artist.
Come on, give it up for her. Hey, man. I see you coming, Harold. You coming right now. Go ahead, Drake.
Yeah, I'm past the Harold. Because I don't know if y'all used to know this, but Harold used to rap. Yeah, like he go like Harold now, but he was a little Trey back in the day.
All right, little Trey. Spit 16. No,
but for real, how did you make that transition, or what clicked in your head that you like? That ain't where I need to be, or that ain't the solution.
So I think it was like for me, like I saw and this was like I was maybe like high school, like senior year, and the guys I was with, I saw like what it was going with, it was taking off. My homies just got signed or whatever. Like we feel like we finna make it, right? And I think what clicked for me is like my entire life I had people like in my ear telling me like how you called, you meant to be something, you feel me, like God got a plan for you. And I just realized like, man, I could make it here, but how fulfilling would it be? Like will my purpose be filled here? I'm like, nah. So like for me, I had to find different avenues to like spread my gift. I still let it write, poetry. Like that's been a great avenue for me to share and spread the word, the gospel, all that good stuff. But bro, it's hard, man. Like when you, it's like when you just, it's like it's so it's accessible, and anybody can do it, and all it is an expression of the things we grew up on. Like it's an expression of our own lives, and what easier story to tell than our own. And when you see people making money off of, once again, glorifying that, and the women, the money, the fame, all that come with it. I'm like, let's go. and then like young and all you want, and especially the women, like that's the part. That's the part. Like, when you're young, that's all you think of. If you feel like making this type of music and saying these type of things, and following after the rappers that we all grew up listening on, like, and you can get all of them you want, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Come on, give it up for Trey Smalls. No, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. So, we about done, man. I'm about done. So, what I want to do is I want to do a round table. I want everybody to just share what takeaways, because one of the things that we like to do at Dudes and Dominoes, we like to provoke thought, right? Then we like to promote action, and then we provoke love, right? So in essence, we provoke thought, we promote action, and we provoke love, right? So what I want you guys to do is just share, what is it that action item that you as an individual want to take away from having this conversation? What is it that you want to do that you can do different, and that you plan, that you would say, okay, I'm from this point forward, I want to do something different as far as being responsible. Well, first of all, let me actually do everybody feel like they have a responsibility to really make somebody else to do, as I want to say it was, matter of fact, I think you said it, the responsibility to help somebody else along, since we as young professionals is already made. Can we all agree on that?
Absolutely.
All right. Mentorship is huge. I got a whole book about it. It's called Great Serve. Good plug, shameless, but but real talk. So I want to do a round table, man. We're gonna close this thing out. I appreciate y'all coming through. We're gonna start off with you, Dre. Turn up. Let's go to work.
For sure. I would say before we could extend or before we could truly help, could truly convince, I guess you can say, that there's a different way of life, your life need to be a life somebody wants. So you know what I'm saying? So like it's really hard to
Stop. Say that again, man.
Yeah, that was tough. Yeah. Before we could convince somebody that there's a different way, you wanna make sure the way that you're trying to convince is a life that they will want to live. And that's, you said earlier that it was temptation is a huge thing. And fulfilling those temptations, I guess you can say, but there's a different level of fulfillment, and I wrote a movie about it. There's something called false happiness, and then there's true happiness. False happiness is our temporary things that you get it in a moment, you get stimulated in a moment, and you out. But there's a certain peace that come over your life once you try to turn it around. So it's really, you got to think about what it is that you're doing. Are you even at a place that you would want someone else to be? You get what I'm saying? So I think that's first, work on yourself first before you get to go there. And then once you conquer that, then it's time to extend a helping hand and get people where they should be.
That's what's up. Give it up for Dre, y'all. Dre Josiah. All right, we're gonna go and hit the other Dre right ahead. So, go ahead, bro.
My takeaway, I'm really 50-50 when it comes to responsibility. But the best thing I feel like I could do is just show the youth that there's different routes you can take. Like we said, we're a product of our environment. I was once living in the city, moved to the suburbs for a better opportunity for like school and things like that. But even in the city, I always knew wrong was wrong and right is right. So it really comes from just parenting, the people you're around, the situations you're in, just really having a mind of your own, just really try to find a different route to take, find somebody else, a role model, I should say, find somebody you see yourself being in when you get older, see what they did, and just show like doing wrong is not the only route to take to get either money or with the girls you might want. Like, you love the routes you could take. So as me, I should just try to just show people really that it's possible to be something else in life, be somebody important, I guess, in life, and just try my best to just live the best I can to show people that you live the best you can too.
That's what's up, man. Let's go. Give it up. All right, the philosopher. Let's go to work.
Nah, I agree with both. What we both said. I do believe that I walk away from this conversation definitely feeling more obligated to stand in a way, like at least be a bridge to help guide the young generation with the older generation, or connect people with resources that I probably don't have if I don't have them, to help them live a different lifestyle, because what will be glorified is what has been glorified. So until then, right? Until someone step in between, I'll try my best to do so.
That's what's up. Come on, give it up. Y'all know the way it is. I got my man. Hey, my man. Let's go, Tomas. What you got?
I think the responsibility or action items that I'm going to be going forward with is just pushing the narrative of reality in these quote unquote celebrities, rappers, actors, musicians' lives, and like pushing their more positive messages. Like, if a rapper is really out here, like a J. Cole, saying, I believe in this, that, and the third, pushing those messages alongside his music, or making the connection between the two.
Yes, sir.
An example I can think of is like the first time you find out wrestling is fake. It's like, it rocks your world. You're like, wow, this is scripted. We want the bam. If you make that connection with somebody early in their life, like these rappers are not really who they say they are, or at least most of them aren't. It's like, I think it'll be easier for them to be like, I'm just gonna enjoy the art. I don't have to follow their path, because it's not a sustainable or realistic one for me to do.
That's good.
That's what's up. Give it up, y'all. It's good stuff, man. You're the winner. Come on, Harold. Talk to us.
Man, I think I just want to reiterate something else I already said. Dre started us off with. I think we just our first responsibility has to be one-time sales. Like, we gotta make sure that we walk in a life that we would want other people to follow. And I think if we start there,
stop. That just keep hitting me, man. I almost want to stick that. Go ahead, man. I'll close it out. Go ahead. Keep going, Harold. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like starting with the man in the mirror. Like if we get that person straight, and if we get that person straight, then everything else is so much easier. It's so much easier.
That's good.
To build that bridge you was talking about too, bro. That's dope.
Come on, give it up for Harold, man. That's my, hey, man, I'm gonna adopt old Harold. I have to holler at your old man, tell him, man, hey, we gonna share this one. Hey, look, real talk, man. I want to say something. I'm gonna reiterate something before we get out of here. There's a couple things I want to reiterate. I want to reiterate this: that you gotta have a life, that you gotta live a life that you want somebody else to see that's worth living, right? And that's with you have to be a man of integrity. Integrity is essential. I think that if we are living lives, Dre said something. He said he just want to live his life and show what he can do. You know, he show others just by living a good life. But in living a good life specifically, I want to challenge everybody. Let's make sure that we maintain our integrity. Meaning, my mother said something before she went home to be with the Lord. She said, Dre, just do the right thing. And what that means is that in every circumstance and in every situation, press to do the right thing. You ain't gonna never be perfect, I don't think. And if you are, I give you $1. But perfection is something that we strive for. Right. It's not something that is available to us because we're in this human body. Second thing I'll say is when you live in a life of integrity, we can't live this life by ourselves, right? You gotta have. For us, for me and my house, it's about the Lord, our Savior, our Jesus, our Christ. So we always leave God first and foremost in everything we do. But everybody may not do that. But what I will say is this: make sure that you have something bigger than yourself that you're accountable to, because accountability is the key. So when I talk about integrity, and I'm talking about accountability, and then I'm talking about community. Meaning you can't do it by yourself. So that means be a part of a community in which you can affect that community with the life that you live in, that you want somebody that's worth somebody seeing. All right?
That's good. The
life that you live in that's worth somebody else seeing. I love y'all to life, man. Dudes and Dominoes. Give it up, fellas. Let's go. Give me some energy, man. Hey, same time, next channel, man. Dudes and Dominoes, we ain't gonna stop, won't stop. We gonna keep on moving till the lights blow out. Jesus' name, we up. Peace. I'm Andre Lazar, working with Dudes and Dominoes. Y'all know what it is. Let's go!